Have you ever had the same experience? Something happens and you want to say something, but in the end, you stay silent. It happens again and again, until you watch the distance between you and a friend grew wider and wider. The relationship grew worse and worse, until it finally falls apart completely. I don't like to argue. Every time I face a conflict, I avoid and endure it, even when it's not my fault. Over time, this became my habit. Whenever a conflict happened, the first thought that came into my head was to run away. I used to believe that if nobody talked about the conflict, time will quietly dissolve it on its own. But I was wrong. I forgot silence really solves deeper problems. And I know I'm not the only person who felt this way. So, why do so many people stay silent? It isn't because we don't care. It's because we care too much. We are afraid that our friend will think we are too petty. We are afraid the relationship will grow cold if we speak out. We are afraid they simply won't understand us. So, we hide our emotions inside. Silence feels like the safest option, but it cannot truly solve anything. Everyone has emotions, and if we suppress them long enough, they will eventually explode. Think about this. When we inflate a balloon, what happens if we put too much air into it? It bursts. Our emotions work the same way. If we carry too many emotions for too long, the word that finally came out will be far more damaging. I experienced this myself. When I was in middle school in China, I made a truly close friend. Throughout our 3 years together, our friendship stayed strong. After graduation, we went to different high schools in different countries. I still consider her my best friend, even though we both had new friends. But slowly, she stopped replying to my messages, being ignoring my feelings, and eventually forgot my birthday. I feel deeply hurt, but I told myself, she's probably just busy with her schoolwork. It's such a small thing. If I say something, will she think I'm being petty? Every time she did reply, I pretend I was fine, while accumulating more and more pain inside. Until the day I realized she was completely ignoring me, yet actively engaged with other friends' posts. My emotions finally explode. We argued that day over something tiny, but I released every piece of pain I had been stored for months. The words I said were hurtful, and in that moment, I understood. What truly damaged our friendship was not the argument. It was my long-term silence. Now, here is the harder question I want you to sit with. We stay silent, mostly because we treasure the relationship. We are terrified of losing the friendship. But what if we keep accumulating that pressure for too long, quietly hurting ourselves? We may one day realize we don't even know whether a relationship is still worth continuing. So, do we really need to hold on to something that is hurting us just to protect it? Speaking up matters. A real conversations require both sides to share their true feelings, because these things only happens if we say them out loud. The other person learns how you truly feel. the problem gets addressed, and both sides can truly understand each other. If we hide everything inside, the distance between two people grew as vast as the distance between the Arctic and Antarctic. Only through honest conversation we can find out whether a relationship is still worth continuing. Over time, I learned that speaking up is also a skill. Let me share 2 key things that I learned. First, who? Who should I talk to? The easiest way is to talk directly to the person involved. It addresses the real cause of the conflict and gives both of you the chance to understand each other's true feelings. Or, if you cannot find the words, you can find a trusted person, someone respected by both sides, can help mediate. But never try to involve someone the other party doesn't trust. It only will make things worse. Second, when? When should I talk? Never speak when you feel the most anger. The words we said in peak anger are the most damaging. It's better to wait until you calm down. Remember, your goal is for other person to understand you, not just for you to release your emotions. Learning how to express your feelings matters far beyond friendships. In family, speaking honestly doesn't mean disrespecting your elders. It means letting them truly know you. In a team, standing your position is not nitpicking. It's protecting your value. In society, speaking up against unfairness is how fairness is upheld. And I also learned some from a TED Talk by Sarah Crawford. She uses a compass as a guide for difficult conversations. North, remind her to follow the right way. South, show support and kindness. East, show empathy. West, ask questions with wonder. These 4 directions are more than just a compass. They represent the wisdom of how we communicate with others. So, don't let yourself become an overfilled balloon. Speak before you explode.